I want to take you to a time that I believe was pretty painful for you. You're head of the company, 2001 comes around, and you pretty much get kicked out, as I understand it. I was talking to a couple people close to you, and one said it was horrible and devastating to you. What about how it went down bothered you?
Well, I think the way it went down really bothered me. I had a meeting in southern Florida, and I forgot what it was for, some board meeting, and we met in the hangar, and the board said, we've decided to move forward now, and we'd like you to step down now and want to bring in Bob Nardelli. And you know, I think the whole thing felt, you know, just awful to me. I thought that he was the wrong choice by a lot. I didn't understand the process. I mean, I was the one who initiated the search because I felt timing after 23 years was really the right thing for the company to do. And it turned out, you know, 6 years later, I would say, without being personal about it, let's just say his management style had a huge negative effect on the company, on the associates, on our customers, our brand, our share price, on virtually everything. Could not have gone worse under his leadership. And thank heavens, it was interesting, somebody that he had hired, Frank Blake, came into the company, and he had forgot what his title was, but he was involved in some of the strategy and the pro side of the business, et cetera. But when they got rid of Nardelli, they promoted Frank Blake. Well, the first thing he did, Frank called me in the morning when he got a CEO, and he said, I'd like to get together, can we have breakfast? And you know, we met, and I said, look, I love the company. It's my 7th child. Anything I can do to help, I'm always here for you guys, anything. And Frank and I developed a really close relationship over the years. I think he did a wonderful job as a CEO. Basically, the management team that was in place then, the one that's in place now with Craig Manier, who's the new chairman CEO, I also hired. Most of the people running the company today are people that I hired and worked with, you know, 15, 18, 20 years ago. And the company is in incredible hands. I tease Bernie sometimes to say, you know, I don't know that we could be running the company as successfully today as they're running it, because the company today is far more complicated than when we were running it. We were running it, it was a easier company because essentially it was a rollout game. I mean, we were opening up stores to the point we got to almost 200 stores a year, store every day and a half. I mean, we were, you know, we became really, really, really proficient at that. But the complexity of supply chain, the complexity of the internet, the complexity of IT and all the technology behind that, the complexity of some of those things were probably not where they needed to be, and where I think Frank has done a fabulous job and Craig has done a fabulous job in taking the company to the next levels. So I'm very, very proud of what the company has done and what it's become today. I'm a major, major, major shareholder, and it still has allowed me to do a lot of the things I've been able to do with the Atlanta Falcons and Atlanta United and our PGA business and our guest ranch and our foundation.
Describe the emotion of coming back for the first time in 2008 to speak to store managers after I believe you hadn't been back since 2001.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's been, you know, every time I've gone back now, I go to the annual meeting every year, and out of respect for the leadership team and to try to show them my support, everything I can do.
But what was that first time back like?
Well, it was very emotional for me. I mean, it was I hadn't had a chance to speak to the entire management team together as a group.
What'd you say?
You know, I'm sure I told them how much I love them and how much I love the values of our company, and I love the fact that our culture was alive and well, and the culture was really everything that separated us from really all the competition we had. It wasn't really about, you know, the good financial results in every way. Sales up 48% a year when I was there for the 23 years, earnings 49% a year. Stock value was up 28% a year each year, CAGR, for 23 years. I mean, that was all not because we pegged those numbers, but we pegged those values and said we will run the company based on these values. And as long as we did that, we produced the kind of successes that we had. And that's basically what we do today with all of our businesses.
Bye.